Hey, what's good, everybody? Hopefully you guys could see me clear. So I almost didn't post this video, but it's been a few days since I shot it. But I'm gonna put a timestamp. I'm gonna say some stuff right now, and if it's stuff you don't really want to hear, then I'll put a timestamp in the comments, and you could just go forward past all this. So in this one I visited Nipsey Hussle's grave. Brittany Murphy, Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds, Paul Walker, Bette Davis, and whose name I messed up later, but whatever, I'm saying it right now. Bette Davis and Michael Clarke Duncan, and let me see, I think that's it. There was 7, I think, and then Jerry Buss from the Lakers, right? And so what got me started with all this was I had gone to see my brother's grave, and he's in the veterans cemetery, right? And so right next to him was this guy, and we were there, the family, and then so someone says, oh, look, this guy was a comedian. So I look him up, and he was an actor that was in MASH and all this other stuff. I can't remember his name right now off the top of the head, but so his grave was right there, right? And so okay, so I'm editing this in because I forgot to mention this. So when we went to see my brother's grave, right next to him, that comedian that was an actor, I thought it was funny because my brother loved that movie Watchmen, and he'd always quote things to me from the comedian, right? Remember, like, the comedian said this and that and that and this. So I thought it was funny that next to his grave was that that comedian, right? So later, watch, I think I haven't started talking about all the little things from like Minnie Riperton and this and that, but you'll see. It's like they leave little messages, right? So yeah, so I edited this thing in, and then it's gonna continue. All right. I remembered I put it in the Eazy-E one. My brother had gone to see Eazy-E before they had fixed the grave, and so I just went to see that, and then I was like, what, there's nothing to do. I should have named all this stuff like things to do during quarantine. But I've always been into, like, I was driving once through New Mexico, saw the grave of Billy the Kid. It was getting dark, and I was like, damn, I'm never gonna get the chance again. Turned around, and I was like, running kind of short on time, but I did it because I was like, I'm not gonna get the chance again. I want to see where they said Sitting Bull had been buried. So I've always been like drawn to that, right? So anyways, long story short, or not long story short, but to keep the story progressing, I realized when I did this one, there was a lot of heavy energy, right? It was like, and I realized that because they all had died, like, or passed within this, just a little over a decade, was Brittany Murphy, right? All the other ones were recent. And I remember, like, Carrie Fisher, I remember I was working at Warner Brothers, and we left early, and as I was passing, I seen everybody lined up for her funeral. It's just tons of cars. And I remember Nipsey Hussle. I'll get into his story right now. I remember Brittany Murphy. That one kind of hit. I don't know why. Like, there was I remember feeling kind of sad and not kind of sad. I remember feeling sad about Brittany Murphy. There's just a lot of things. Bette Davis was the only one that I really didn't know a whole lot about. And Michael Duncan, him even, I don't know why that Green Mile movie inspired me. Like, something about his character was like just deep, right? Like, I just felt that. And just a great actor, man. He looks so, like, such a humble person. He looked like he could crush somebody like nothing, but he was so humble, right? So even that one, I felt bad because it was like, like the whole the good die young thing kind of thing, right? But anyways, so when Nipsey Hussle passed, my brother had passed the month before. So, the truth is, like, I wasn't, it took like 3 weeks because, since my brother was in the veterans cemetery, it took like 3 weeks. So it was kind of an open wound for like 3 weeks of, we hadn't laid the body to rest. And So, cause like I seen, he still doesn't have a headstone. The same, it took a while. It didn't take that long, like for the headstone for my brother, but it took a while. And there was a lot of things, you know. And so, when, you know, it was like, I just kept grieving, right? Cause then I saw that like Nipsey Hussle's thing was so open. When I saw his brother, I knew that look, I knew that feeling. I grieved with him. Every time I saw them sad, like I felt like it hit me, you know. So it just prolonged like all the grieving, right? And you know, I saw a lot of dumb people talking about like judging people in the way they grieve, and that blew my mind, you know, because I was like, these people must not know, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so everything, right? Even when the kid, his son, I believe it was that said that, you know, Nipsey came to him in a dream, and you know, that happened with us and everything. Like my brother, I guess, used me to kind of bring everyone closure in the family. So you know, like he said, there was, you know, the message was given to me that there was a pendant that like my niece had half, you know, my brother's daughter. And then, you know, so I went to his house looking for it, and I couldn't find. I was like, I don't, you know, thinking like, and then I guess he told me like, you know, go to the window, and there was nothing in the room. There was no, like, it was empty, right? So I go to this window, and it has blinds, and I lift it up, and there was the pendant, you know, just like he had said. So I know some people don't understand the whole, but you know, it gave me comfort when I saw the mom speak, Nipsey Hussle's mom. I knew like they had someone, you know, that was gonna help them through his mom understood like the afterlife and spirit world and all that. And you know, so they would have known it's not just dreams and this and that. It's like this crazy connection thing opens, right? So even Nipsey Hussle, even though I hadn't listened to his music till after, it actually got me, you know, there was that connection somehow. It was all connected. And you know, his music, I started downloading a lot of his music and stuff, and you know, I mean, I guess that was my way of helping his family too. You know, I had never heard his music. You know, like our generation was more like Tupac, right? Like I remember like when Tupac passed, I remember there was even a guy in high school that tried to make fun of me, like, you know, because he knew that's how much like Tupac meant, right? And he was like a Biggie fan. So, you know, I didn't do the same thing. Like when Biggie passed, I wasn't like kind of like, you know, how he was, but I was like, okay, now you know, right? Like it was interesting, you know. But not enough about that, you know. So I saw people grieving over Nipsey the way you know, what Tupac was to us, right? So I understood that. I wasn't, you know, a fan until after. Like I respect his music now a lot. Like even the older stuff, it's a lot deeper than like the last album. But even that, it tons of messages, right? So you know, I just wanted to touch on that. Let me see if I left anything out with all these videos. You know, it's crazy when I went to see Minnie Riperton. You know, that song was such a huge part of my life for a while too. The Loving You Is Easy Because You're Beautiful. And you know, as I went over her grave, like I heard hummingbirds starting to chirp and everything, and I thought that was crazy. But when I went home and looked at the video, it was like all the birds had broke out singing, and I was like, what the hell? And in that Loving You Is Easy, I forgot that there's birds in the song. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, it's just their way of saying they're still here and all this and that. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like, you know, but I don't know, after this last one, the energy was just so heavy that I guess because it's still too recent, you know what I mean? All these from this video that this, you know, that's coming in after I finish this little long introduction. Damn, I can't, okay, damn, can't believe I made it this long. But what else? And you know, just like Carrie Fisher, the way her mom passed, like the day after her daughter died, it was like, damn, like if she said, you know, I'm going with you, you know what I mean? That's a strong bond right there. That hit me, you know. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? That was pretty crazy. So with all that, you know, Paul Walker, he was doing great things, you know, not just like acting wise. You know, I learned, you know, unfortunately you learn a lot after they pass, you know. And that's that. Yeah, so I'll put the timestamp so you guys don't have to suffer through all. I mean, if you're hearing me say this, you already watched all this stuff. So hopefully I didn't leave nothing out. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make another one of these. If I do, You know, maybe it'll be something like that if I pass through Billy the Kid's tomb again or some other stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? So yeah, enjoy. You know what I mean? If you live in another state and you or country and you can't get out to see the tombs, and at least, you know, hopefully I can show them to you, and you know, I don't know, and that's cool or something. You know. So all right, yeah, that's it. All right, enjoy. Peace. Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm right here. It looks like this is Nipsey Hussle's grave, but they don't have a marker yet, so yeah, I mean, there's someone left that says victory. I don't know if that's what, you know, in respect to victory lap and everything, but this is you know, supposed to be it. They haven't put a gravestone yet. I just came to pay my respects. All right. Hey, what's good? Check it out. Have you guys ever seen that movie, The Green Mile? Man, I can't even tell you how much this guy inspired me, but Michael Clarke Duncan. Beloved son, brother, uncle, friend, and actor, you bless the world with your talents. Your smile will forever brighten the heavens. We love you. So this is at the Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. Yeah. So this is Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, and her mom, Debbie Reynolds. They died one day apart. And there's people here, so I don't want to be disrespectful. And I'll say some more stuff right now. What's good? Check it out. She was in over 100 things. You know, it reads, she did it the hard way. Looks like a family plot. Barbara Davis, Bette Davis, Ruth Favorite Davis. So people still come to visit her. As you can see, it's right by across there is Disney Studios, then Warner Brothers is on the other side. It's a huge cemetery. I was trying to find Paul Walker. I might have to leave without seeing him because I had no idea you know, where he's at. And you know, I've passed through here so many times. I've worked at the Disney Studios, Warner Brothers, Universal is down the way. I had never stopped here, so you know, I'll make a video right now in the car because there were people over there by Carrie Fisher's grave, and I didn't want to be disrespectful, so right now I'll talk about them real quick. All right. What's good, everybody? So check it out. This is Brittany Murphy's grave. You know, I just seen her movie the other day. It's crazy. You know, I remember when she passed away. You know, I felt it. You know, I'll make a video right now about a little more. You know, there's people here, you know, they're burying people, so I don't want to be disrespectful. So this is it. Brittany Murphy, Monjack. November 10th, the Marine Corps birthday. 1977, December 20, 2009. Our precious daughter, wife, and angel to all. Yeah. Yeah, you know, just wanted to pay my respects. I saw she was here and I couldn't pass it up. So yeah, this is Brittany Murphy. I still haven't found Paul Walker. I'll see if I can find him. If not, then I'm just gonna have to call it a day. All right, stay tuned. Jerry hadn't bust devoted family man. I love LA, the city, and myself. We're soulmates. So this is Paul Walker. You can see people still coming to pay their respects. Finally found them. I'll make something right now in the car because I don't want to be disrespectful. So, all right, stay tuned.